So they go Moscow. Maybe Grok to go with this.
Oh, Ivy. Wait.
A glue.
Rome glue.
Okay.
We're back to week 3.
We're back to week 3 officially. So how do you answer the glue now if you are Aurora? Do you go for Alice?
It's week 3, round 2.
They might just go for Charizla here. Or Thams.
Again.
What is this? You want a hero that's willingly gonna take the mount?
That's or maybe a Yuzong actually. Harlan.
Okay.
There is no frontliner for Aurora. I mean, of course, the Marcel eventually will be.
And still come from out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But as a Marcel, you're expected to, keep playing the man-to-man defense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, eventually it will be tanky. It will have the sustain. Marksman emblem for Super Marco. Kyle with the Assassin emblem. Pretty standard, actually. Support emblem for Light. I am curious what his choice of blessing is. Because there are teams that actually run favor on this Marcel.
I'm really curious to see what the dynamic between the Marcel and the Arlott will be, though. Is it similar to like the Marcel Charizla we saw, where like those brief stuns or something Edward eventually takes advantage of?
Oh God! I would wager it is. It does count as a stun, so that will allow you for more vengeance stacks. And the passive, of course, of Edward.
Yeah, look, these, yeah.
No, they are stunned, so yeah, they will count. Actually, now makes sense.
Oh, here comes Demon Kite, blasting Haji, not having any of it.
Okay. So that's one. So when the team fights do happen,
Couldn't see it.
it's similar to what we used to see with the Akai Arlott, maybe, in a way.
So we get the answer. It's an early conceal.
It's an early conceal here for Light. Going for the rapid boots, obviously, with the Thunder Belt. That's a typical build.
Oh, how about again? The Demon Kite comes in, hits Ogwin with a deadly magic, and he draws first blood.
Oh. Even had to pop the flicker out there. That means really good early game conversion here coming out from Demon Kite.
Yeah. Oh. So Aurora definitely with a much better start this time around. The pick up, even if it's just on Ogwen, I think that sets the tempo, which is normally what gives way to Aurora winning the games faster because they have very low game times. But Falcons, I don't think they'll let Aurora take this objective.
Nope. Falcons blitz that turtle, take it even before Aurora can find their position.
Yeah. Good job coming up from Falcons, identifying that Demon Kite is playing on the left side of the field. Especially because Demon Kite eventually showed himself into that mid lane to aid Yue in clearing out waves. So that's a lot of information given to Falcons. Immediately bursting down the turtle, equalizing the first blood that Aurora was able to get.
Yeah, so far if we take a look at everything that's happening across the board, it's just really Aurora utilizing this lineup that doesn't necessarily have to full commit, just to take whatever advantages they can across the map. Because Falcons, maybe you could argue that it's a bit more team fight reliant. They'd want that all-out team fight to happen, whereas Aurora, using the Harley, using this Marcel even, could just go in and out with all those pickups, and so far it's really working out for them.
Divide and conquer. They're having such a great early game. Doming got to pull a Doming Kite double.
Yeah. This this will be really good for Aurora as the Doming Kite is 2.0. 1.8 compared to Super Marco.
That's 200 Gs.
200 Gs. Yes,
Gold, I mean.
Yeah. Gold start. The gold is spelled with the G. So, makes sense.
Thanks.
Okay. Oh, Lap is already here in mid, but it's gonna be a safer play for Aurora, not necessarily exposing themselves whatsoever. Not a successful start for
okay.
They do a smackdown on a Doming Kite. He didn't see that coming. He got the flicker. Was his BMI on cooldown? How'd that happen?
Wow! Wow! The idea that he will be able to hit the stun nonetheless. Super Marco and Kyle just coordinated us so well. I have not seen anything like that before from Suyo and Moskov. Granted, we have not seen Moskov paired with Suyo very often, but the fact that Doming Kite could not even react, and interestingly does not have the Purify on this Claude.
Yeah. A much easier way for Falcons to take control of that next objective, and now it's approaching a 1k gold lead in their hands as Kyle too takes the Sky Piercer as early as 4 minutes into this game. So
Alongside a casual Fury Hammer.
alongside a casual Fury Hammer.
Whoop! Final slash from Edward. The answer, maybe 2 seconds too late for you. Up top though, how about it again? Dominkai gets taken down. This time they call in Haji and Ogwin for the kill.
And it's not like Aurora got anything on the other parts of the map. That kill on Flap, it didn't even become a kill.
Cold-blooded murder.
Cold-blood murder. Now for Aurora, they do have their first items up, and of course this Thunderbolt is going to be impactful. If Aurora does not play aggressively right now, even when they're trailing behind, they cannot find an opening anymore. So they will have to make use of this timing from both you as well as Light.
Oh my goodness, this top lane has been so stressful for Dominkai. All rotations have been towards his lane.
You know what? It's been stressful for all of Aurora.
That's true.
Oh no.
Because again, with Wolf's demand for them to get aggressive with sanding, they also have to protect Dominkai. So everyone is thinking, how do we save this Claude? How do we stop Falcons from pushing forward?
What do you do first?
It's difficult now. I think that the right idea is to give up that turret so that at least the lanes will be pushed against this Claude and allow for Doming to just farm quietly. But they still have to be active with Light as well as Yue. I feel like, especially the next turtle. Although they are not ahead whatsoever, Demon Kite has kept up when it comes to the level, so I don't think that it's impossible for them to actually team fight, even when they're down at 1.6k gold. They just have to be careful.
Yeah. Oh, that was a rapid boots pickup too for Yue on this Farsa. It seems like positioning is becoming quite tough right now.
Ooh, Kylie's level 11 out of nowhere. Just like that.
So that's a level gap, a superior retribution. Super Marco pushing off map here. Edward playing man-to-man defense against Ogwin. That's a blazing duet from Dominkai. Closer to LBM. Golden Hour stopping him. Flap 2v1. Flap Thunder Form survives, but just barely. As Edward finds him. Turtle still standing. Kyle takes out Edward. 1 for 1. EXP laners off the map.
The turtle gets reset, but it's Falcons who will likely take this for themselves. And it's not just the turtle that they took, it's even the bottom side of the map.
The bottom side of the map, a lot of farm for Super Marco. Dominkite had a little bit of gold over Super Marco because of the double lane shenanigans that Aurora were able to do, but because of the fact that this Super Marco Moscova has been able to push, look at that! It's already 1,000 gold ahead.
And change.
And change.
Huge.
In just a span of what, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yes, now they have all their eyes. It's usually the Marcel who keeps showing up like this. But Falcons, it seems like they're covering all these brushes really well. It's not an easy task for Light based on what we're seeing for now.
Again, 8 minutes in, the hero just seems to contradict Light's identity as a player. He wants to be able to hide in, provide vision, and then find these weird angles. But no, Marcel is an honest roamer.
Yeah.
He just wants to, all right, over here, over here, over here, over here.
Cannot agree with you more. You just literally summed up what my qualms are for this Marcel pickup coming up from Aurora. They didn't have to deny it. And now it's going to be a lot of problems for Aurora. I believe that whatever the hero pick that made this actually happen is definitely the first pick, Valentina, because it's always going to be a question mark for Aurora to pick up maybe the Grok or the Cho or any setup hero that Light excels in, just because of the threat of that IMU. And even then, Aurora does not have the actual answers for the split from that we are seeing now for Falcons.
What a deterrent, that Valentina.
Yeah.
They had so much to think about just because of that single first pick Valentina. In the hands of Haji too, which mind you, I think has been one of his best heroes so far in this season. I think it was Haji who introduced to us the entire idea of stealing the more unconventional ultimates.
Yep. But here's what's crazy, 10 minutes in, not a kill nor an assist for Haji. So is it the threat that's really scarier than the actual output? Because look, he's been stealing Feather Strike, now steals Final Slash. Aurora's just pushed back.
In the last clash, they tried to go for him. Dominkite actually jumped with the flicker onto Haji, or it may not have involved the flicker, but you get the idea. Dominkite went in for Haji. Haji, all he had to do was to get out there with his own flicker. And it was already enough for Aurora to be put in the bad spot. It comes Light. A Marcel that is hiding. I don't like this at all, man.
Oh, he spots Flap, forces better air strike out of Yue, and now it's a 5v2 here as Edward jumps in. Kyle gets rid of him. That's a stack for his piercer. And already Aurora are down a man. In comes Flap, searing skies, and now Dominkite blazing the wet. Who are you fighting there? Now Light flickers back. Falcons have sent them back.
Oh no.
Aurora, it's gone sideways.
The idea was there from the Marcel and the Arlon.
It did not work, unfortunately. And the reason why the Dominkite had to pop the ultimate, the Blazing Duet, preemptively was because there's a lot of threat to this Yunter. As Super Marco as well as Kyle will want to go for that backline play. And then eventually, what Mahachi was able to achieve was to copy the Golden Hour and put him up against Aurora.
Even when Light already had that unique angle to work with.
Yeah.
They weren't really able to utilize it as much. There was the final slash, but Falcons were prepared. That ultimate that Haji stole.
I don't like what I'm seeing from Aurora. Nobody's talking right now. But then, there are no shot calls.
Yeah.
There's no communications. To be fair, we asked for something new from Aurora, and what they gave us is something that it looks like they do not play as often.
Oh man, look, he's going the long way around.
Yeah.
This on a Cho, this on a Grok, this on a Kaja would be lethal, but
You want those Thunderbolt stacks, and he's not getting it.
Yeah, they'll be able to clear this, but from the sides, does Falcon want to try and go for something?
okay, there's a Shifting Skies coming in from Flap. They pick off Edward, in comes Light. Super Marco backing up. Dominkite finds Marco via Blazing the Wit. Now there's the Golden Hour, stopping Ogun and Flap from retreating, but the damage is done. 1 for 1. The gold later for the EXP.
Okay, it's clear. At least it resulted into something. A kill on Super Marco.
An important one.
It's very important for Aurora.
Oh, but they keep up the pressure. Falcons! They might regret this! And no! Kyle refuses to die! Light gets taken down!
Oh, the life steal coming out from Kyle. It was enough. And unfortunately, because of so much penetration that you get coming out from this Assassin Emblem Suyu, 3 items ahead as well, that meant that he was able to get his life back, and the Deadly Magic was a non-factor, especially because Light was just freely giving himself away. Yue!
Defensive angle. Yue flickers to reposition that feathered airstrike. Will not stop Falcons from penetrating in mid.
All due fairness, that was a great angle coming out from Yue. Unfortunately, he wasn't punished, but he had to use his flicker for that one.
Yeah, still a battle spell down for Aurora. And we do have a bit more time before the next objective, but it's Hunger Games all over again.
Yeah.
With this 8k gold lead that's in their hands, you'd understand why they would want to limit the resources. And if we take a look at the leads, it's not really looking as good for a lot of their cores. They need a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, Edward is just 5k, Yue is just 5k.
Ogun with the mount, sends him through that Golden Hour. And the flicker forced out, so we're learning things.
We're learning things. You take the glue with you, even through the Golden Hour.
And the glue doesn't care.
Yep, the glue doesn't care.
The glue will come along.
That's right. 10 seconds before the next Lord, I doubt Aurora has the fighting chance.
Yeah.
They will have to wait for maybe a Winter Crown on this Claude. They were trying to go for the split push. It seems like they have a plan now.
Wait. Are they gonna go Light?
Oh, massive Shifting Skies coming from Flap, and there's no getting out of this. After that Lord take, they late like with him.
Oh man, a little too late. They had to decide, do we just give it or do we just fight? You can go in between, and unfortunately because of that, Light had to give up his life.
Yeah. Still, a single base turret stands. Down bot. Oh,
Okay.
Final slash on Ogwin. Split. Not enough damage behind that wall.
Yeah, I just remember now that the Claude might want to take advantage of all these spreads.
The little longs.
But even then, does he have enough damage?
Has 4 items now. Not too
Ogun
shabby.
with the conceal, another Shifting Skies, compromising Yue. Light
Okay.
does get the freeze on so many members of Falcons, even the Lord, but he's already very low. Double kill for Kyle, and now the base up next. Falcons with a 10K lead. Take game number 1.
There was an attempt to fight back.